Welcome back to Lights, Camera, Baby, brought to you by Mama Magic, the podcast dedicated to helping you navigate the exciting, sometimes overwhelming world of parenting. I'm your host, Prajani Patha, the mama of Mama Magic, and today we have a special episode lined up, especially if you're in the midst of planning or refreshing a nursery. We're thrilled to welcome Danisha Naidu, the baby and kids category buyer at Builders, who will be sharing all their brand new baby and kids range. From safe and stylish furniture to eco-friendly materials and beautifully crafted accessories, Builders is changing the game in nursery decor. Plus, we'll dive into how choosing the right paint can set the perfect tone for your little one's room. Stick around because this episode is packed with insights to help you create the nursery of your dreams without breaking the bank. Okay, so warm welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today, Danisha. I really appreciate it. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your position at Builders, and then we'll get into this discussion about these amazing products that we have.
Thank you for having me. Danisha Naidu, a buyer for 15 years, proudly with Mass Smart under the Builders Warehouse banner. And I can take you a little bit into the behind the scenes of why baby.
Yeah, why baby? I mean, have you always been in the baby category?
Not at all.
Yeah.
So a fun fact for the audience is that we have a very strong stance in the home flat pack furniture. And it's sizable. We can literally deck out every single room in your home.
Really?
From start to finish, complete room solutions, color themed from headboards to pedestals to chest of drawers. Wow. So when you say why baby, I say why not? It was a natural progression to kit out just one more room in your home. And strategically, if you think about it, it's tapping into an absolute lucrative market, an additional segment of the market that we weren't really focused on and targeting, and just looking at bringing in additional business. When you look at the backdrop of Builders, we had existing categories that could seamlessly complete and add to a baby solution, from decor to paint to rugs to lighting to baby safety. That's always been part of our platform. All we did was enhance it and complete it with baby furniture, bedding, and bringing the baby paint that was exposed at the Mama Magic Show to the front of the business.
Now, if I take it one step back, what is Builders' philosophy or values in terms of their commitment to the South African consumer?
So a few things. When you look at Builders, it's home improvement from start to finish, giving the customer absolute choice at best prices, but remembering that quality is key. We are Builders Warehouse at the end of the day. We have worn our space and kept steady purely by giving the customer the absolute best at the absolute best pricing. Understanding, as I said, quality is key. We don't look at a product if it can't tick certain boxes. And it's about a word that I love using is commoditizing a look. When you look at baby furniture in particular, historically, we had to settle. You'd either get the camp cot or really just the camp cot, the boutique lines and I don't know how else to phrase it. The boutique lines were inaccessible. So when we looked back at furniture, and as I say, the baby room was one of the rooms we didn't really focus on. It wasn't part of the strategy for flat pack furniture. When you looked at it, there was no one else in the market commoditizing and making those very inaccessible products accessible.
I love that because, a lot of retailers and a lot of companies take family for granted. And family starts at a very, very young stage when two people fall in love, get married, and they are building their lives. And it is the foundation. And I think as a company who's there to support you at that phase in your life, when you want the best, when you want the quality for your family, it is so important because they will be on their journey, for the rest of their lives, you will be their first point of contact when they want those things, right?
You've captured them at the most pivotal moment in their life.
Yeah.
And if you do it right, which we believe we have, you've got a customer for life.
Yeah.
And the beauty of the products we have transition through those phases from baby to toddler. So the one fun fact of our locally produced cots is that it converts from a cot to a bed.
Wow.
So it's not a throwaway cost.
Brilliant. Because very often we buy the cot and then we have to either hand it down to the next one, or we hand it to somebody in the family, or we have to sell it, right?
Yes.
And
then, it's a grudge purchase to a degree.
It is.
Because you need it for such a limited time.
That is
and
true.
And the other components of the story or of the ranges are also everything had purpose. And there was a lot of thought behind it. So the pieces that come together to create your room solutions are not static.
Right.
Again, they don't have a sell-by date.
Yes.
So when you're done with your baby room or your toddler room, they can transition and move into other spaces within your home.
Okay, so now for our audience, all our mums and dads who are listening and want to explore and decorate their homes, take us through that range that's been introduced. What does it consist of? What does the offering consist of?
So it's a very focused range. I want to say focused and wide at the same time. So your in-store experience, which again was intentional because a customer wants to interact. It's a very tactile experience. So that's a very limited range where it's neutral colors, again, not talking to a specific gender.
Wonderful.
And a complete story from a cot that converts to the bed, compactum and a pedestal. So that completes your bedroom solution, your sleep space of your baby.
Yes.
And we have completed that with a limited bedding range. Again, very intentional about the type of bedding we put in, which is all bamboo related, knowing all the benefits that come with bamboo. So your baby is safe.
Right.
From the mattress to the pillow, to the pillowcase, to the fitted sheet.
So not cotton,
bamboo. So it comes at a little bit more of a price point, but there's comfort, there's peace of mind.
Yes.
It's breathable, it's biodegradable, it's antibacterial. So all the important boxes that you can tick for a young family.
And there obviously is quite a range of that bedding to choose from to suit all our different needs, right?
So again, what we did was, the buzzword in retail is omni-channel. So you always look at the retail space, the brick and mortar, but you don't forget that there's an endless aisle, if you want to call it, online.
Right.
So we have got 3 items fully stocked in stores on the furniture side, but up to 50 units, 50 different product options online. So the beauty is, you come into store to look and feel.
And that's important.
important. That tactile experience is still very important to a customer, especially our South African customer. And then the beauty is you come in, have a look. You're not going to purchase straight away. In very few cases do you purchase straight away. It's a very planned purchase.
Yes.
You can get home, comfort of your room, look online, discuss, plan from a color, layout, and budget point of view. So there's looks and feels for every kind of theme that a young family wants to pursue. And so the range is quite extensive. And as I said before, the beauty is we've got all the other existing categories within our arena that complements and completes the look. You don't have to step out of Builders.
Really? So how else? What else can mums and dads look forward to? So I can buy my cot and compactum, and I can get the bedding to go with it. What else do I need? How about the painting for the walls, or gadgets and gizmos?
So from a paint point of view, we've got our fresh Fired Earth paint. And that's in our private label. It ticks all the important boxes.
So and a lot of parents, I'm going to interrupt you there, because lots of parents probably don't even realize that there's a special paint that you should be using for your kids' rooms, right?
Yes.
And not many people know this. Shall we go into a little bit more detail there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's stain resistant, it's scratch resistant, it's mark resistant, it's washable, it's water based, making it easy to clean, 100% lead free.
Oh.
100% lead free. Again, you've chosen well for your baby. Stylish, smart, but safe.
Brilliant.
And it comes with a 15-year guarantee.
Now, is this like an exorbitantly more expensive than your normal paint?
No.
No.
So it's absolutely affordable. The beauty is it comes in different colors, again, gender neutral to your traditional pinks and blues. And it literally dries within an hour.
Wow.
So from a liter of paint, you can get more or less 8 square meters. So again, for me, we've thought about the parent. We've started with the customer in mind.
Yes, understanding all those challenges that we go through, all the fears. I mean,
Yes.
and when we meet so many moms and dads, and there's so many fears that they, not just about, is baby going to be asleep through the night? Will baby have colic? But again, how do I make baby comfortable? And how do I know when I put baby down in that cot that baby is breathing safely?
Yes.
In a room that has lead-free paint, and on a soft cotton or a bamboo, more specifically, bedding that will help baby be comfortable and sleep easy, right? Because then we sleep easily.
Yes. And to add to that, we've got an extensive range of baby safety, again, talking to completing that safe, the safety aspect of your baby, from corner protectors to gates.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So literally an extensive range, and that range, I'm happy to say, is fully stocked in majority of our stores.
Now, for those people that don't understand why they need corner protectors, let's break that down. Let's simplify that.
So literally it's to protect, I want to say the furniture, but that's just me being snarky. But, your baby's going to go through their transitions of crawling to walking and really exploring their space.
Yes.
So you are not going to redesign your house, but you are going to protect your baby literally by putting corners that soften the edge. It doesn't take it away, but if they're going to have a fall, it's not going to be as nasty as it would be.
Yes.
And plug protectors to avoid them getting very creative with plug sockets. So everything you can think baby safety, we have it. And if we don't have it in store, we have it online.
And then you've got the baby safety gates. So
Yes.
you can put those at the top of the staircase,
Yes.
at the bottom of the staircase,
Yes.
wherever you don't want them
To explore.
to explore.
Yes.
Which is so helpful.
And the main thing with baby, what we again was intentional about, was we wanted to focus on sleep. I didn't want to move into to play and food and clothing. We wanted to have a very focused approach.
Right.
And yes, it's been a journey. We officially launched it in December last year. I think customers are still realizing or coming to know that we keep baby. Mama Magic was an exceptional platform to create that exposure. We had many of our existing customers, you could see when they walked up to the stand, was like, when did baby happen? And you think 6 months odd or 6 months in would be a significant time or a decent time frame.
Yes.
For customers to be made aware, because we've literally done every level of exposure, marketing, extensions onto your social platforms. It's a journey.
It is a journey.
And we know it's going to take a little bit more time. We expected it to work faster, but it's not the way it works.
No.
Customers look and feel, they go home, they come back, they think about it. So I think by the end of this year, we would have seen much more traction, and we can confidently look back and say, right, baby's here to stay. What does the next phase of baby look like?
I was about to ask. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure as you get to know this market, the younger market of adults that are coming to you for a different reason now, get to understand what are their other needs, because they're going to be asking those questions.
Yes.
For example, now baby's moving out of the room and into the playroom, and what do you have there? So I'm sure the range is probably going to be built on.
Yes. So we literally going to grow with baby.
Yeah.
The ranges are going to grow. And that's why I say to you, when you look at our flat pack range, there's so much. And the beauty of flat pack furniture is that you can diversify it and you can dress it up and move it around. You can take a bookcase in, if you drop a bookcase on its side, you've got a TV unit. You take those little cubicles that has probably a few pigeonholes. You throw in little boxes. You've got a play area for your kiddie. You could put their clothes into that space. We've got wardrobes that you can bring into a baby room if you're starting off from scratch. There's just so much within the current platform and assortment that can talk to the different spaces for baby and the different phases for baby.
Now, the question that all our mums are probably asking is, why should we choose Builder's baby and kids range of furniture and paint versus anybody else?
So I think the very first strong point for me is that it's a complete solution. It's everything literally from A to Z under one roof. So you can shop furniture, bedding, painting, literally deck out your entire room from cladding.
Oh, of course, yes.
From a floor solution and really just finish off comfortably, conveniently, complete your baby's room. The nursery. And the other very strong point is it's Builder's Warehouse. It's, we're not going to put anything forward to our customers that we won't personally back, and we have not tested to ensure safety for baby.
Yes.
It's a very sensitive space for
That's true.
a customer, let alone a parent. You're not going to invest in anything that you have no confidence in, and you don't have, or the retailer hasn't been visible with the tests, the stringent tests that have been done to secure that product and to support it. We would never put anything on our shelves that we can't back and we are not confident about. So why shop us? Because you would have peace of mind.
Yeah.
You never have to look back to wonder, is the wood safe? Is the paint safe? Is the bedding going to be okay for my baby? Is he or she going to be able to breathe comfortably through the night? Am I going to have to worry about the sharp corners of my furniture or my coffee table? A gate to secure that they don't go into to the pool area, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Wonderful. No, I mean, those are such essential foundation elements that any parent will look for. And it's so nice to see that Builders has thought of everything, It's not just a project because it can, bring you additional income, but it's about the needs of your market and expanding the market and giving them a bigger, better offering, like you said, because it's all about family, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's one big family, and it's wonderful that you've thought about all this detail, and I think our parents will be very appreciative of it. So we're very excited. So when we talk about availability, is it available everywhere in the country?
So we have been, again, very strategic about how we test or launch the new range of baby. So it is in our top 18 Builders Warehouse stores, the bigger format stores.
Okay.
The beauty of those stores are that they are positioned nationally. And as I said, the reality is we've got an extensive online range. We've created QR codes and point of sale that is in the rest of the stores that, yes, you may not see the actual displays, but you will see point of sale with QR codes that literally takes you seamlessly onto our website. You can shop it while you stand in our store, shop it from the comfort of your home. So yes, from a physical brick and mortar execution, it's limited to 18 stores.
Okay.
But you have access to it no matter where you are.
Yes. So you deliver nationwide.
We can assemble for you if assembly feels daunting.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that is very nice to know, because we all know that mom gets really excited. She buys it. I mean, I'll never forget. I was a week away from giving birth, and this cot was not put together yet. And the night before I went in, eventually a friend of my husband's came home and tried to help him do this. So we know that dad can sometimes,
yes,
be distracted.
Yes.
So, and mums, we want things done, and we want it done
You
now.
want that peace of mind,
Yes.
right? You want to come home and know the baby's got a place to sleep.
Yes. And just to, even if it's a month before or 2 months before, I think for mums to be able to walk into that room, know the room is done, to be able to sit there and, imagine baby there already. And
Yes.
it's just such a wonderful feeling. So the earlier you get your room done, I think is more exciting, right?
But it's also a sense of comfort because it's one less thing to worry about.
Yes.
It's all done. Start to finish. I don't have to wonder whether the cot will fall apart. So if DIY is not your thing,
yes,
we've got you.
There you go. And especially when that nesting trimester, when you're ready to clean up and put up the curtains and do everything, that's exactly when we need builders to come and assemble for us.
And also, I mean, as I said to you, it was commoditizing a look. Prices are very affordable, very mainstream. I think the range is exceptional. It's literally, like I say, taking that high-end product and making it accessible to the mass market.
Yes.
And if that still is an issue, we do terms.
Oh, really? As
Yes.
well? Okay, even better.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's
because there's so much you have to consider.
Yeah, it's not just that cot. That
Yep.
cot may be between 3,500 to 4,000 rand, but it's one very small piece of what you need to get done
That's
for
true.
baby. So if you need to put any of that onto, credit, again, we have that solution for you.
That is a lifesaver for many families.
Yes.
Like you're saying. And especially, like you're saying, because there's so many things to consider. There's the rest of the pram and the stroller and the car seat and it's just an endless list.
And it's overwhelming.
Yes.
And
also, I think what our listeners are all excited about as well is because we know that our grandparents love shopping at builders as well. And grandparents are becoming very involved. So I think mums and dads, if you're listening, make sure to put it on grannies and grandpas list.
Definitely.
Because they'll go and get it for you and probably want to even assemble. But again, I think because builders is a brand that is trusted by the whole family, right?
And that's why, you're saying, just listening to me today, that there's been a lot of thought put behind it.
Yes.
And yes, we're a business at the end of the day, with targets and strategies. But honestly, we have put the customer first to understand, what do they need? What can I do to make your life better and make sure that you can peacefully buy this, have absolute peace of mind, knowing that you're not just getting a good looking on-trend product that's stylish, affordable, but it was made the right way. We were very ethical about the way we approached it.
That's
and
amazing.
I think that's what was absolute key to us, that we weren't just doing this for the traditional business reasons.
Yes. Absolutely. No, that's absolutely wonderful to hear. I think it's a stress-free solution for our parents. And like you're saying, I'm so glad that it's available nationwide. It is, you can assemble for us. There's so many pluses to this. It is impossible not to explore this, not to go online and have a look at the range. Like Denisha is saying, it is stress-free, it's neutral, it's elegant, it's stylish, and it's long-lasting, and you can use it for multiple things going forward. So that's what is so important, the multi-purposeness as well. It just goes on. It's really exciting. I can't wait to get feedback from our mums and dads that are buying it. And as we say at Mama Magic, there's a new mom that's born every day. And we just want to make sure that they know that there are these options available for them. So to builders, thank you so much for bringing this out for our mums and dads.
Absolute pleasure. It was so much fun putting it together. It was a beautiful journey, but fun.
I'm sure. I'm
absolute fun.
Well, thank you so much, Tanisha, for being with us today. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. We hope you enjoyed learning about how Builders helps parents create beautiful, safe and affordable nurseries. A huge thank you to our special guest, Danisha Naidu, for sharing her expertise and insights. And don't forget to subscribe to Lights Camera Baby for more valuable parenting tips, interviews and inspiration. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to share it with other parents who could benefit from this information. Until next time, from me, Progeny Patha, happy parenting.